It just wasn't supposed to happen. Not to them. They were precious. They were each other's survivors.
The dynamic duo, family members called them Zena and Sky Gates, were inseparable, they say. But Monday night, the two were separated forever. On their way back from dance practice, their SUV collided with a truck. Zena was sent to the Columbus Medical Center, and her daughter, Sky, was sent to Scottish Rite in Atlanta. Families say the two were in critical condition up until Tuesday morning. Both of them died just hours apart.
My vision of it is playing in the car and then peace.
Zena was a hairdresser in Smith Station, Alabama. Friends say she was snazzy and had lots of style. Little Sky wanted to be the next Hannah Montana.
And she would dance for us, and her front porch was her stage, and she would get her microphone and sit out there with her Hannah Montanas and perform shows for us and the whole entire family.
Henderson says she had a hair appointment with her best friend on Wednesday, but now she says Zena and Sky's appointment with God was much more important.
And every year on Thanksgiving when my mama does her, prayer, it's going to be hard.
They brought a lot of life to this family and have been the strength behind this family staying together. I think they're at peace because they're together.
What looks like an average construction project is far from it. In fact, it's more like conservation of the future.
The Lewis Jones Shopping Center is a building with a large amount of roof. That roof creates a lot of stormwater runoff, relatively clean. And so the idea was if we could capture that water and store it, then we could use it to irrigate the trees and the landscaping.
This 27,000-gallon tank is what will capture that stormwater and even air conditioning condensation that comes from the roof. That will then be used to water all 70 trees in the parking lot. It's called water reclamation. Officials with Jackson Bergen work with Trees Columbus to get a grant to plant the trees and pilot this new eco-friendly project, one that conserves not only a valuable resource but money. Even the tank itself was recycled from a similar project in Covington, Georgia.
Same volume would have been almost $30,000.
Will Bergen says they paid about half of that. A water reclamation project like this one not only offers the ability to save money, but the opportunity to use water even under restrictions. Something Columbus is likely to face again, but advocates say projects like this offer new possibilities.
With the comprehensive statewide water plan, we're going to start thinking differently about water and about water use. And we might as well start now.
I grew up dealing with Nathan's Feed and Seed. When Malin run it, it was, my daddy used to deal with him a lot.
But after 55 years in business,
hello, how you doing?
Nathan's Feed and Seed is shutting its doors for good.
Owner's ready to retire, and due to economic situations and other things, it's just time that we close.
Manager William DeFell says he'd hoped things would be different for this third-generation family business, but that's simply not the case. The same is true for Alabama Wholesale Furnishings on Highway 431 in Phoenix City. Discount tags mark the furniture inside, but the sign outside seems to reflect a much bigger picture.
The furniture industry is a luxury if people want new furniture. When times get tight, furniture's kind of last on their list. So we just thought we'd change our strategy before strategy changed us.
Owner A.J. Collins says he's going to reopen this spring as an antique mall, his way of adapting to the current crisis.
I think that we haven't seen the bottom of these economic times, and with the antique mall, people be wanting to sell things, people want to buy things at a reasonable price. I think it's going to be a natural.
Lots of traffic, lots of lines, and lots of shoppers. It looks like holiday shopping is just beginning instead of winding down. Local retailers were offering massive discounts the day after Christmas, hoping for one last boost in sales before the end of the year. We found shoppers at the Peachtree Mall waiting in line for a parking spot today. Places like Tigertown and Auburn and Columbus Park Crossing packed as well. People trying to get the most bang for their buck on Black Friday too.
We woke up at 6 o'clock and we came to the mall. Yeah, we're committed shoppers.
I'm shopping with the money I got from Christmas.
Getting rid of those gift cards.
And big markdowns brought out big crowds.
We've had a lot of traffic today. We had a lot of traffic on Christmas Eve. People have been coming and doing returns and exchanges, been getting the accessories that they need for their game consoles, anything they might need for a TV they got for Christmas, iPods, what have you.
What is it like in the stores?
Crowded, hectic, chaotic.
You can barely get walked through them. Especially the GameStop and EV games. Oh my gosh. My friend was in line. He stood in line for 3 hours just to get 3 games.
Everything's gone. A lot of prices marked down, but the stuff that they advertised, you know, it went quick this morning.
From the looks of things, Black Friday Part 2 was a last-minute lure that was worth the wait. Lindsay Connell, Fox 54, News at 10.
It's that time of year again. Crowds of people and lots of shopping. But 'tis the season for thieves as well. Sherry Anderson says just this past weekend, someone enjoyed a day of shopping at her expense.
They had gotten my bank card information somehow, and while I was using my card shopping in Columbus, someone else had my card information and was shopping somewhere in North Carolina at a Home Depot.
With identity theft being one of the fastest growing crimes in the U.S., many stores are taking extra measures to keep consumers safe.
The best thing to taking care of our customers right now is looking at IDs, making sure that we can compare the signatures on the particular cards.
Bank experts say there are some things you, the consumer, can do as well to prevent becoming a victim.
You have to actually know your vendor. Know those people that you're giving your credit card numbers to. Even in the shopping malls, when you are swiping your card, you want to make sure that you are familiar with that store because your whole credit card number could possibly print on those receipts. And unfortunately, we don't know the cashiers that are swiping our cards.
Bank officials encourage shoppers to think before you swipe and always be aware of your surroundings. The person behind you just may be a criminal waiting to steal your identity.
Just recently, there's an individual that used a debit card, didn't make it out the door with it because it dropped, and that person that was behind them knew the debit number by just being able to kind of keep her eyes on what pins that they happen to use.
You normally have to spend money when you ship something off. But on this day, Nathaniel Dukes is actually making money.
And they send a check right to your house.
Dukes is talking about a buyback program with an online textbook store. He says he not only saves money by purchasing the books online, but he makes money in return by sending them back, and he doesn't even have to pay for shipping.
And this past semester I bought books online and ended up saving about $20 or $30.
Sites like the one Dukes used, textbooks.com, are great for college students, but for all of you other bookworms out there, cashforbooks.net is the place to go. You simply gather up all your books, put in the ISBN numbers, and you'll get cash for them. If you're not quite as tech savvy, there are still other ways to save on those books you can't wait to read. The Book House in Columbus also has a buyback program where readers get half the amount back when the book is returned.
Just within 7 days. All right, have a great day.
The store has everything from children's books to fiction and nonfiction, plus customers can order just about anything. Big savings, though, come from buying used books.
Normally on a used book, you'll save anywhere from 25, sometimes up to about 40%.
If you really want to make some extra cash to support your love for reading,
we actually get a lot of people that'll go to places like Goodwill or the Salvation Army, buy books there, and even if they've already read them, they'll bring them back here and trade them to us just to get the store credit. We even had some people buy them at yard sales and flea markets and bring them in and trade them in so they get store credit to read books, to get books that they haven't read already.
It's not fair.
New Year's Eve, gas prices hover just below $1.60 a gallon, right before Georgia's 4-cent fuel tax break was set to go into effect. But after the ball dropped and the New Year's celebration subsided, still no change in the prices.
Yes, ma'am, I feel a little slighted sometimes.
Kind of ridiculous because we're paying a lot of taxes on a whole lot of stuff over here. And how are the people going to really survive?
While the oil companies profit, it's not just consumers who are suffering. Gas taxes are the main source of funding for transportation projects throughout the state. And when the fuel tax goes down, there is less money for road and bridge repair. This rundown bridge on Brown Avenue is one of the local projects still waiting for DOT funding. And with the fuel tax break, it could cause possible delays in projects like this. And many say that what's the point if the consumers aren't getting relief they need?
If you're making, so much money, you want to survive here without going through a whole lot of, difficult days and time. Well, since it makes a whole lot of difference. It adds up a great deal. So buy you a meal every couple of weeks.
Most of the managers we talked to today couldn't tell us why the prices weren't going down. They say that the oil companies set the gas prices, not them. So it remains to be seen if consumers will see any relief from this 4-cent fuel tax break. For now, reporting in Columbus, I'm Lori Bernstein, WTVM News Leader 9.